Hi guys, welcome to Manhood Explained. My name is Camille. Today is 24th of February 2020 and welcome to live number 59. Today I thought about recording about something, but I thought about it and it grew up to be a much bigger video. But I thought I'm gonna talk about part of it because I see that very important, especially if you watched yesterday's video. And if you didn't, you can pause it and watch and then come back when you'll know what we're talking about. But I thought about talking about communications because there is a way for you to really ramp it up, and it's very simple. But for so many of us who are struggling with this, that might be something that you're gonna need because thinking about yesterday's video, I thought it's great to think about this this being such a pro, to go forward, to know what I want and then to apply it and so on. But it sounds kind of like a cliche because it sounds great, but then many of you will ask me a question. Okay, but how so I supposed to do it? I know that I'm supposed to do this, but how? I feel stuck in my relationship. We argue a lot, and then I don't know what to do. So that's going to be the video to give you a practical, applicable kind of a challenge to help you make progress in your relationship, particularly in your ability to communicate. Because let's say it straight, whatever is going to happen in your relationship, whatever you're going to go forward or not, it's going to happen on your ability or your inability to communicate. So listen, my idea, that I probably come back to that later on, is to give you a challenge to do something that will change your relationship until the end of the year. And I know challenges are, everybody's doing challenges right now, but I don't care that it's that everybody do this, and it wasn't, I'm not trying to swim on the wave of those challenges, because for years now I saw something really interesting in being able to have some period of time, like end of the year seems like a very good idea, to be able to look at this and being able to look back and see what was the last year. And many times I tell that to people when I tell them like what I wish them for birthday or something. I tell them, listen, I hope the next year when you're gonna have birthday, you're gonna be able to look back and you'll be able to see your progress in ABC. And the same thing here. I thought about the end of the year because it's like a date that we all kind of look forward to, and then we kind of do assessment what happened. We're like at the end of February now, so it's gonna be really awesome to use this, let's say, 10 months to work on something that's so important. And there's nothing more important in a relationship long term as a communication. And so this is what I want to propose to you, to do this challenge. So in December, let's say in Christmas time, I'll come back to that subject and ask you what's your progress, and I want you to be able to say, listen, I thought that you're one of those, new coaches on the internet, and I was like, yeah, please. But I listened to your video and I said, okay, let me try, and now I can see in December that we're in a completely different place. That's my goal for you. And the challenge is very simple. I want you to take 1 hour a week and spend and kind of build yourself this kind of environment that it will be easy for you to sit down with tea, coffee, cookies or something like this, and spend in 30 minutes, an hour, and as much as you need, to just talk about what's happening in your relationship and what are the positive things that you want to accomplish. And one of the things that you want to do, especially when you argue a lot, is to kind of challenge yourself to kind of challenge yourself to make progress in the things that that's going to make a difference in your relationship. And you may start, and I want you to pick at one time in this hour during the week, just pick one thing. Don't talk about everything. You're going to have a lot on your plate. Pick one thing that you see that it's going to be important for you to accomplish. Then say, why do you want it? Because it's going to be so important. Because you don't want the other side, the other person, to do things just because you said so. Because then it's going to look like work, because they're doing it because you wanted it, not because they understand it. But when you tell, listen, I want you to do this, or that, because it means so much to me, and I'll feel loved or I feel appreciated. It's a completely different story. And three, I want you to say not what I want you to do, but what I want to do to make it easier for you, or what I want to do so you know that it's important for me. Don't put it on them, put it on yourself. Simple example. Maybe the first time when you say, especially you as a guy, that's so important for us to do it, not them. It's going to be completely different. It's going to be a completely different outcome if she'll ask you to do this, to meet and for an hour every day, in comparison to when you do this. So I'm just that's why I named that Manhood Explained, because I want you to have balls to do this. Just saying. So first, so simple example. Maybe you'll sit down and on the first time when you're gonna sit down with tea or coffee, and you'll say, "Listen, I know that we argue a lot, but I really want you to know that I really love you, that I really appreciate you, and I cannot see our relationship without you, and I love you so much. So this is what I want you to do. I want to help our relationship to argue much less. And why it's important for me? Because I see that it takes us nowhere. It makes us argue and kind of destroys everything that we built for so much time. So that's why excuse me. So that's why what I want to do, the third thing, what I want to put on myself. Every time we're gonna wake up, every time I'm gonna see you from the workplace, coming back from the workplace, I'll start with telling you how much I love you and how much I appreciate you, and how I'm glad to see you, or something like this. And I want you to, I don't want you to be, surprised by what happened, that you're so emotional right now. And if it's gonna sound crazy or sound strange, don't be surprised. I want you to know that I'm doing this because I want you to feel appreciated. I want you to feel loved. I want you to know that I'm doing this so we would stop arguing, because I want this thing to move forward. And maybe she will say then, okay, I really love the idea. I would like to I would like you to be able to take out the trash. It seems important for me, and it is important for me, because I want to see that you are making, that you are involved in all of this. That whatever happens here, in this house, I can see that you're involved, and it will mean that you care. It means a lot to me. So what I'll do, I'll I don't want to scream at you, and I'm not gonna make a drama or scene. I will do my best to kind of remind you if you're gonna need it. But this way or the other, I want it to happen. I want to help you to make it this, because it will make me much feel much better, see that you're involved in all of this. And then spend the rest of the hour, I don't know, having fun, talking about something funny, watch the video together, but spend time together. And then until the next week, try to think about what have you felt, what was the whole experience, and find, maybe it's going to be time to talk about something else. Maybe it's going to be time to say, listen, I need you more intimately. I want to spend more time intimately with you, because I feel alone. I feel that you're, I don't feel that you love me if we don't spend time like this. And I know we argued a lot. Maybe that's the reason. So now when we start working on it, I want you to know that I don't really want this to just to have sex. I want this because I want to feel that we are close. And how I'm gonna help you, how I'm gonna help this whole thing to happen. I'm gonna take a trash, and I'm gonna, I don't know, I'm gonna wash the dishes, or I'm gonna, I'm gonna do this or that I know that you want to happen, or you really like when I do this. Just so you know that I want to make this whole experience when we come back from home. So this whole environment that we live in together, it's gonna be much easier for you to want to feel that you want to be close, intimately. And maybe she'll come back with something else, like maybe she needs more quality time with you. Maybe she needs more than just once a week to spend time with this like this. And many of ladies gonna come back with this idea because they just want to spend time with you, and talk, being able to be listened, and so on. You'll find your vibe. But if you've got to understand that you will learn how to do this if you do this once a week in this environment, that we can just talk. We don't have to argue, because many of us are making that same mistake. we're we have so much courage to say what we want, but where we argue, and then you're surprised why it's not working, because then you use it like an ammo. You use to prove that they're not doing something that is supposed to, that you want to happen. Maybe you're hearing the first time in their life, and then it makes it all. It kind of blows back. It's kind of brings completely opposite reaction that it's supposed to. That's why I want you to learn how to talk to each other in this environment when you can just sit down, and have time to talk. And then you've got to understand, if you do this until December, it's a lot of time. And this is one thing that you maybe want to do. Just go to the YouTube and find video recorded by Josh Kaufman, that's TED Talk, about how to get from 0 to average in everything, basically, or anything. And he proves basically that you don't need 1,000, 10,000 hours. You need 20. You need 20 hours to get from 0 to average level in whatever you want to learn. So now think about it. Where can you find yourself as a relationship if you start to work on your communication abilities and skills? If you spend time until the end of the year, and it's not going to be 20 hours if you spend an hour a week, it's going to be 40. So then tell me that you're going to work for 40 hours in a friendly environment, on this hour that you decided to spend time to learn how to be better to each other and how to better your life as a couple or as a family. Tell me that you're not going to find yourself in a different place in December. Of course you will, if you just play it right, and if you challenge yourself to make it happen. So you see, this is the thing that I want you to take from this video. This is a simple challenge that will help you to make progress in the most important thing in your relationship, in communications. You can make tremendous change. But what you need to make happen is stop being a boy, just become a man, and just make it happen. That's it. So think about it, and please do something about it. And see you tomorrow.